Alright guys, here we go. ARK 2. Cool little plant animal at the beginning, little girl right there. And she's got some blue on her skin. And look who it is, guys, it's Vin Diesel. That is where the money went right there, is getting Vin Diesel up in this. They all have blue on them. They look like kind of tribal warriors here, which looks really cool. I hope they do take a little bit more of a different direction with this, but still keep the aspect of dinosaurs, because that was my favorite part of ARK, was just the taming. Weird monkey men up in the trees, too. So, first off, I'm just going to go ahead and pause right here, with his little hand up in the air. I just want to say that this does look pretty interesting so far, but the thing that you need to keep in mind is that this is not gameplay footage. This is just their little theatrical trailer for this, so this is not gameplay footage, so keep that in mind, by the way. We're going to keep this in mind, too, once we get more information out of this, once we actually get gameplay footage. And by the way, look at the clothing, too. It does look a bit more tribal. He's got some teeth around his neck as well, too, so obviously they've been in battle before. They look like they're well-equipped, and you can see the blue across their skin. That's very reminiscent of the blue on the characters before, or like just the blue in ARK 1, just in general. Let's go ahead and continue. And they must see the monkey. Alright, they're all prepared to fight here, it looks like. Yep, it's not an action thing without Vin Diesel taking off some clothes. There you go, guys. Alright, going in for a battle. He's got a cool looking helmet on. Saber-tooth hat or something. And keep in mind, this is not gameplay footage. Again, this is not gameplay footage. This is just a theatrical trailer. So, if their whole idea is that we're going to be fighting these other tribal characters too, that's going to be wicked. I would really enjoy that. Look at that! Look at that! We gotta pause right there and look at this. Okay, so, a T-Rex? Is that a T-Rex? Is that their version of T-Rex? You can see the feathers on the back, or the proto-feathers, if you will, on the back of it. Hopefully their engine for this is way more updated, and we get more detail on the creatures like this. That looks gorgeous so far. So let's continue on. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. I'm pausing on that again so you guys can get a closer look. Very gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous right there. Very well done on the detail on that. And it seems to be focused on that little... Oh! Just killed her. Just killed her right there. It looks like that little girl is the point of interest here. So maybe it's something to do with her, like we have to start off as a young person, maybe we're learning. He just threw something at that Rex, whatever it was. She better look out. There you go. Vin Diesel for the win there. That's amazing right there. Oh, he knows he's screwed right now. Look at that. That's a clumsy Rex. Yep, and the typical stick and tongue girl. Yeah. But she did just watch, like, her family member, whoever that was, get sacrificed, so... Look at that! Our implants! They're glowing, and that look on their face looked as though that they were not prepared for that. Some weird portal thing there, and that looks like tech stuff. Cave paintings? Wow, so we must be a little bit further past. Look at that. There's people riding them, like old tame stuff. There's the blue from, like, the tech stuff, or from the obelisks. He's looking at her kind of curious, like, knows something. And that looks like a piece of advanced technology. He looks really old right there, by the way, in his face. I'm gonna pause on
Lights out.
this when I see
Friend.
lights out, old friend. Wow. I'm gonna pause on that. I'm gonna kind of shoot that clip at the end. Pterodons, Tapajaras, look at this! There are dinos! There's a couple of things that I noticed in the trailer. Epic, amazing, holy crap. I'm super excited, guys. I'm gonna pause right there with Vin Diesel and I guess his daughter, I'm assuming here. So, it looks good. I mean, it's... Again, this is not gameplay footage, but I think that, you know, if they choose to go a different route and they don't have it just, hey, we're gonna continue taming and breeding, and if there's things to do on the side, like, you know, camps or something that you have to fight with those tribal people, those people that were at the beginning coming to ambush them, I think that would be very interesting. I'm really looking forward to this, and, you know, ARK has a little bit of mixed, feelings with me in the past. However, I'm willing to give ARK 2 a chance. I think that Wildcard will definitely step up and continue something that is incredibly like beautiful and just engaging. Now, I'm kind of curious as well too, for all of you guys out there who are thinking about this, what is that going to mean in terms of ARK 1? Because I know a lot of people have invested so much time and effort into that game and they've established so much. So I'm curious to see how ARK 1 lasts after ARK 2 gets published. Now, I hope that by them announcing this bit before Genesis Part 2 comes out, that they don't rush ARK 2. Like, I would kind of hope that they would take several years to develop this and make this a very polished game. And I'm really excited about it as well, too. I'm just going to go ahead and show you some clips, too, that I saw that I wanted to point out. So let's go ahead and look at those real quick, and I'm going to pause on those and talk about those real quick. Alright, so going back to this clip right here, because this was from Vin Diesel saying, "It's time," and then it immediately cut to the little girl touching what looks like an egg in a satchel off of this woman. So I'm not entirely sure what that means or what the implications of this are, but maybe they're going to hatch a dinosaur egg. Maybe having a dinosaur in ARK 2 is going to be a bit of a privilege. It's hard to say right now because as of right now, we have no idea where or when this clip is happening, whether this is something that is early on in game or if this is something towards the end of the game where you need to accomplish and this is like end game goal. But either way, it's really interesting that the girl reaches out then and touches the egg, as though that they know of the past and they know that dinosaurs are something that they need to have or tame or whatever that purpose is for them in ARK 2. We're not sure yet. In this clip here, you can see on the left-hand side that you have the hieroglyphs, the cave paintings of the dinosaurs from the past, and something in particular that pops out is the robotic HLNA that you can see on the left-hand side. And then on the right, you have that weird UFO with what looks like hands that are coming up. Not entirely sure what that is, but that's going to have some implications from the past, it seems, as though taming dinosaurs was a thing of the past, and HLNA was a thing of the past as well, too. And we are the future. We are the new survivors of this generation. Now, this clip here has become one of my favorite pieces right now to analyze. If you look at it, it says genetic sequence complete. The engram imprinting is incomplete, as though we are going to have to do something with our engram, which means bosses or whatever kind of quests that are available to us. Now, there's an option called cloning access restricted that is highlighted in red. That's very curious, and it also tells you stuff about your character as well, too. The sex, us being male, XY chromosomes, the height, the weight, the blood type, the etc. Like, everything is listed on here. Our ancestry is indigenous. Our origin is the 24th century AD, and something else that I notice is it's characterizing us with like the strategy, creativity, engineering as well, and we have languages. So what does that mean? Are we going to have more options with our characters? Are we going to have a little bit more things understood? Like with languages itself, like maybe communicating with other tribes. I'm not sure yet, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on here on the screen that really sparks some interest. It's especially with the whole cloning access restricted, cloning your character, because your character is popping up on the screen. So potentially you could clone your character. Very interesting here. That screen is very interesting, which then leads us to the next screen. The screen shows us a purge that we can see the button at the top middle. Like, it's a very big button. It says purge, and it's security override. Now, after this clip too, we disappear from this area as though we're kind of abandoning this. So whether this has something to do with how we progress or if we abandon all technology, it's really interesting, and I hope that we do avoid technology. I hope that we do avoid any kind of like the futuristic tech stuff with ARK 2, because it would be nice to go back to our roots as a primitive player and be more involved with those primitive aspects of the early game and not have those advanced tools. I would really like that, and I would really appreciate that. I think overall, I'm very excited for ARK 2. However, I would like for them to develop ARK Genesis Part 2 first, get that out and get that ready to go, get it nice and polished, and then for them to take the time to make ARK 2 a very enjoyable experience for everyone. Because I know, like you, I'm hyped about it. I'm really looking forward to playing ARK 2, but at the same time, I hope that they make the right decisions in making this one of the best gaming experiences that I've ever had. And hopefully you guys agree with me. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below, and let me know what your thoughts are on ARK Genesis and on ARK 2, because all of it seems very interesting to me. I hope that you guys have a great day, and take care, and enjoy yourselves.